now for something completely different.
So you can either log in through your Clever SSO and then click on the Discovery Education icon, or I added the direct link. You can go to cleversso.discoveryeducation.com.
Okay, so if I'm in Clever and it's down instant login application and I just hit Discovery Education, it's going to pop up and I'm good.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The moment you log in and access your homepage, you're going to see a colored toolbar at the top. This is color coded to promote efficiency. So during this segment, we're going to take a look at channels. And as I scroll down, you can see we have a customized section of channels. And I'm going to model how to search for resources by subject and also by keyword search by clicking on our magnifying glass in the upper right. We'll also learn how to bookmark resources in our quick list, which is in the upper right, as well as in our My Content. We'll practice sharing resources with students, whether that be assigning resources directly or sharing links to resources in an LMS of your choosing, such as Google Classroom. So first, we're going to begin navigating our homepage. Underneath your color-coded toolbar, you're going to find a section of recommended resources. So these resources are going to continuously update based on your navigation. For example, just yesterday on my personal account, I was supporting a teacher in finding resources to support English language learners. And the next morning, the recommended resources updated to provide me a channel that aligned with my search. Our next section here is going to be curriculum packs. These are any curriculum packs your district purchases outside of the Discovery Education experience, which is our focus today. You may see some content-specific tech books such as STEM Connect. As I scroll down, our final shelf is a collection of personalized favorite channels. Some channels are teacher-facing with professional learning investigations to support your growth as an educator. And then other channels feature collections of varied multimedia and grab-and-go learning activities that are easily assignable to our students. So we're going to learn how to customize our My Channels section. There's going to be channels that align with your personalization settings. So as you return to your personal account and you begin exploring this section, you can unsubscribe to channels so they disappear from your homepage if they do not align with your teaching. I can click on the I for more information, which is at the right-hand upper corner of each channel. Here, I can decide to unsubscribe to the channel if it doesn't align with my teaching. So you can see here, I can click unsubscribe and that channel disappears from my customized channel section. First, we just want to preview 4 channels that are the favorites amongst the teachers we support. So the first channel here is called Getting Started Guide to Virtual Learning. And this is a channel that supports educators. So as you can see, this channel provides a direct link to the step-by-step support guides, and it features each process that I'm modeling during our session together today. So this is a great channel to return to really support your continued confidence in navigating. You can also see that there is a section here for our Help Center. So each one of these icons are subsections of our Help Center. You can open the entire Help Center, and I recommend doing so by right-clicking and opening in a separate tab since it's separate from our Discovery Ed experience. You can see on the left-hand side here, it is organized into topics. It's organized into subtopics, and then we have each title is going to bring us to a quick video of a screencast of a Discovery member walking you through those particular steps or animations. And then as I scroll down, we're going to find some labeled screenshots, and that will really promote your continued confidence. So this channel is called Professional Learning Now. And as I select this channel, you can see that these include timely professional learning investigations. And there's an entire section here to provide you tips and strategies to really encourage your students to be actively participating in remote teaching. One of my favorites here is managing students' discussions in a synchronous learning environment. So as I enter an investigation and get started, I'm first faced with a quick video intro and then introduced to a real-world scenario of teachers that are creatively conquering that focused challenge. Take the content you find in Discovery Education and ensure that students are actively engaged in each learning setting. So now we're going to take a look at an additional channel, and this is full of student-facing resources that we can share with students. So this is called Virtual Field Trips. You can see that our student-facing channels are organized into grade level bands. So as I select the grade level band of the students I support, the content below it is going to align with that grade level band. So the first row here are going to be upcoming virtual field trips. You can sign up to view those in your classroom or send the link to students learning at home, and that connects you with classrooms around the globe. So as I scroll down, you can see that the virtual field trips are archived in video format and then organized into popular, recent, and then subject specific. There are entire sections for health, as well as visual performing arts, ELA. So just to give you an example of a virtual field trip, you can see that our videos are organized. The full video is a whopping 29 minutes long, but then it's organized into snackable segments, and that's really promoting best practices in teaching. I'll show you live to site how we can save these individual resources and share them with students. And I want to draw your attention to another channel we recommend. It's called News and Current Events. So this allows both teachers and students to follow emerging news stories. So these are going to be focused on politics, conflicts, sports, the environment, technology, and they are organized once again into grade level bands to make sure that the messaging remains appropriate. And I just want to show you an example of how we can search by keyword by clicking on the magnifying glass, and we're going to subscribe to channels of interest. Health and fitness. I would find channels aligned with my topic and take a look at all of our options for filtering. But right now our focus is to find a channel. So you can see that under health and fitness, I have 2 different channels. If I were to broaden my search, I have a variety of other channels. Enter that particular channel. You can see that if I am not currently subscribed to a channel, I'm going to go to the right of the channel name and look for the plus. That allows me to subscribe to that channel, and then as I return home, that channel is going to now be accessible on my home page. And this is a customized section, so I can drag and drop, and you may see a channel that you do not need for quick access. You can click on the I for more info, and then click on that gray band to unsubscribe.
All right, let's take a look at this. K through 5, music. So I guess I'll add this to my home channel. It's all the bands are added, okay. Huh. Well, this is going to the top of my list. Oh, making musical instruments. Related topics, dinosaurs, I guess it takes you to another channel. Search as dinosaur. Okay. Not bad. You can jump around if you somebody gets a certain focus, or a kid says something, you want to go on a tangent, I guess you can do that. Transcript. Oh. It like shows you the annotations of the timestamp. So you can jump right to, oh, well, it's the transcript of the words. Let's go to standards then. Here we go. Performing. This is dance. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Does it show you an activity that goes with it? Nope. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So you can search for the standards and it brings you to lessons with that standard. That's fantastic.
So I was just in my standards for computer science and design thinking. And then I couldn't find any like links or anything like that to bring me somewhere else. So I tried a different subject area and then I found links. Is there an easier way than clicking on all the plus signs to see if there is a standard and a...
Yeah.
Okay, so can I get a little bit more specific? So I am looking at the New Jersey Learning Standards for Computer Science.
Okay. So when we go back, I'm going to head back to
2020, right? 2020 Student Learning Standards.
Okay. So you can filter the document by entering a keyword. And as I mentioned, in some of those particular standards, you're not going to find those links. So if you were to go into computer science and design, since this was just updated, it may be the case, because I saw that within world language, that I'm not seeing links quite yet to resources since it was updated recently. But once that is updated, just to show you an example, if I were to go back to, you know, like the Common Core, for example, that's been there for quite some time.
Right.
So those resources are linked. So in the event that you begin to see those, it's going to look like this, where you can filter your document by keyword, and then you're going to see a link that will bring you to the search results page. We're going to utilize a quick check-in strategy, and this comes from our SOS Spotlight on Strategies instructional page. Consider how this particular strategy might be modified for a classroom transfer. So each of our strategies found on our instructional strategies page feature a 1 to 2 page PDF guide outlining the skills the strategy reinforces and suggested modifications and extensions. So in the PDF guide accompanying this strategy 6-word story, it prompts learners to discern the most important ideas and summarize an image, video, or article in only 6 words. So you'll be summarizing your takeaways from Discovery Education thus far, and then add 6 words to that sentence starter to describe the potential impact on teaching and learning. So as you are adding your 6-word stories, please continue to do so and be considering how you may engage your students in this particular strategy.
I like to share one too with the special area teachers. I know that, you know, sometimes just within whatever content area you're working with, you know, you're engaged, you know, in sharing and being able to instruct, but the instructional strategies that they have listed in here are definitely beneficial, especially when you're continuously trying to, you know, engage your students, and where it may not all the time be physical, but being able to increase like conversations and or to do like a quick check to see if they've what they have, you know, learned throughout the course of the lesson, just like the one that Kate just put up about the 6-word story, and also to this one. So just keep that in mind, that those strategies are really good, and it looks like they're quick and to the point, and it's a nice description here. And this is something you definitely want to share, you know, with your colleagues or whoever you will share this information with back in your buildings.
We are going to be taking a look at how to discover resources by searching by subject and by keyword search. You also have the option of searching by standard. So as I select searching by subject, you can see that we are brought to our subject specific channels. Dive into a particular topic such as visual and performing arts. We're going to dive into theater, for example. Subscribe to that channel by clicking on the plus. So just as a reminder that subscribing for that channel to be available for quick access on our homepage. As I mentioned, our student-facing channels are often organized into grade level bands, so you can select the grade level band you support and the content below will align with that grade level band. I can click on the I to get more information. You can see that the thumbnails are labeled to show the type of resource it is, whether that be an image, a video, an interactive, a text, a strategy. So for example, if I were to look at this full video here, I can click on the I for more info, and I might want to bookmark that resource to return to later. If it's an individual resource and not a channel, the plus sign is going to indicate that I'm adding it to my quick list. As I click on that plus and scroll up, you can see my quick list is always accessible in the upper right. As I hover over it, it's lighting up in blue to show me I have 4 resources in my quick list. I can click on quick list and there's the video that I've bookmarked. I can click on the 3 dots for more information, and now I have some options of sharing this resource with my students. I can click on share and grab the shareable link. This can be placed in Google Classroom or an LMS of your choosing. You can also email that resource to a fellow colleague. When I click assign, that means when students log in to their Discovery Education account, the first thing they see are a list of their assignments, and it's going to give them the direct link to that particular resource. So now we're going to practice searching by health and fitness once more. And as I do so, you can see that I'm brought to my search results page. So now I can filter for exactly what I'm looking for. So if I were to click on grade level band 6 through 8, I can now move through the different types of multimedia that's accessible. So as I click on channels, we already saw that we can subscribe to channels of interest. And then as I select video, you can see that on the left-hand side, my filtering results are aligning with the type of multimedia that I've selected. So I have some options for images, text, boards, and then as I select more, that drop-down menu, we have audio, interactives, lesson materials, and professional learning. So the boards are going to be boards created by our community members, and these can be assigned to our students or modified, and that's not the focus of our training today. I just want to show an example of when we select videos on the left-hand side, we can filter further by closed captioning. So some of our videos include that scaffold. So as I select a video here, you can see that even before I open the video, I have the option of saving that resource to my quick list. So as I click on plus, you can see that quick list lit up and it now has 5 items. As I open this video, we're going to take a look at some of our options. So the video itself, the full video is a whopping 36 minutes long, but you can see it's segmented as I click segments into 7 snackable segments that are easily shared with students. So if I were to click on that particular segment, that would be displayed here. Our closed captioning videos offer a transcript. So this is wonderful because students can return to certain segments, such as, I know that this is about the combined challenge. If I were to search that by keyword, it would explain that in 10 minutes and 16 seconds, that's where that video segment begins. As I look on the right-hand side of that particular resource that I open, you can see I've already added it to my quick list, so it has a check. I have that shareable outward facing arrow button so I can grab the link to that resource to share with my students. I can assign it directly, or I can click on the 3 dots to download that resource so that I can share that resource without an internet connection. I can also add it to my content. So as I select add to my content, you can see this is my second option for bookmarking. So I can add an organized folder such as health. I'm going to click the green check mark to save that folder. I'm going to highlight where I want to place that item. So we're going to click add. And now as I return to the home page by clicking on the Discovery It icon, you can see that my content is accessible here in that purple tab. And as I open my content and open the health folder, you can see under actions, I can share that link. I can assign that resource, or I can add a copy to my quick list for quick access. We just previewed how we can search by subject. We can search via keyword. You could also search by standard. I know we have some arts teachers on, and I just wanted to share, if I were to search just museum, filter by channels, there are 2 channels that I really recommend. One is
Can we download the document to the OnCourse and then attach that to our lesson plan?
Are you speaking of your related materials that go along with the videos? Yes,
Yeah.
that's something that you can do just so your school leaders will know, which direction you're going. Definitely.
the steps would be to attach the particular resource that you find within your plans. You can click on the 3 dots to download. Your other option is to, as Karen said, grab that hyperlink. So I'm just going to go back live to site just to review that. So when you find a particular resource, so for example, if I went into virtual field trips, and I found that individual resource, I'm going to click on the I for more information and look for that shareable link, and it's going to look like an outward facing arrow. So there's that outward facing arrow, and when you grab that shareable link, you can post that link within your interactive plans. I imagine that those plans are interactive and digital. Yes. Okay. So you could post that within rather than, always downloading. So that link will bring you directly to that resource. So that user that you're sharing it with, whether that be a colleague or a student or a class, they just need to be logged into Discovery Education first. And when you actually enter a resource. So if I were to open this particular video, you can see that that shareable button exists when we open that resource as well. So you're going to click on that share button, and then your other option is to click on the 3 dots to download that resource and then upload it into an area of your choosing to share. So just looking at a few supportive links, because I know that some of you are turnkeying this information to fellow teachers. I just want to draw your attention again to the Professional Learning Now channel, because that has an abundance of investigations that support you in really activating student participation within that virtual learning space. We also want to draw your attention to the Professional Learning Center. So this is going to be that green icon, and that's going to be at that top color-coded toolbar at the top of your home page. So here you're going to see a channel called Teacher Support. And Teacher Support is organized into 3 sections of Getting Started, Digging Deeper, and Extending Your Learning. So this is where you're going to find curated resources for guidance and support. There's another channel called Instructional Leaders. So this is full of resources to really empower teachers, including some step-by-step guides. You will also see a section here called Join an Event. So you can join virtual professional learning events that are focused on a variety of topics. And these are also archived in video format to access later. There is a channel here for SOS instructional strategies. You will also find that page on the top of your home page, and it's that first green icon. You're going to see that icon of a life preserver to access our SOS strategies. And within professional learning, you will also see a link to join the Den. So Den is a forum that you can connect with teachers from around the globe, and you can join certain forums according to topic, and you can post questions, share ideas, and you can really see how other educators are leveraging our resources. So I encourage you to click on that as well.
I also want to go back just for a minute to Kate's when she shared those professional development resources, the Den. If you notice, I'm wearing a pin because in the past I was actually part of the Den when we had Discovery before. I am telling you that is definitely an area in which I would encourage, you know, everybody on here to explore. It's free of charge. You get a chance to meet not only educators that are in our district, but across the world that may be teaching the same content area that you're teaching, and you get a chance to learn how they're using the resources in their instructional settings. So definitely take advantage of it. They used to have state events where they got together, and it's just another way of being able to, you know, learn more. And I always learn more than just more than what you bargained for.
So we do want to return to our guiding question, and we hope that you are all confidently stating our learning target.